Worthy ones, we all want to find our purpose in this world. And it's very frustrating when you don't know what it is. And you're probably one of those individuals, you're trying to find your purpose. You know it's something greater for you to do in this world, but you're not sure how to figure out what it is. What's up, Eugene? This word to be great. Mark Twain said the two most important days in our lives is the day we was born and the day we figure out why. And the why is our purpose. See, a lot of us, we want to live our purpose, but we're not sure what steps we can take to find our purpose. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 steps that you can use to find your purpose. 1, you have to be real about your passions. See, a lot of us, we have passions that our parents may not approve or our teachers may not approve. So therefore, we hide those passions. See, I truly believe that your passion is tied to your purpose. So you have to be real about whatever it is you're passionate about. See, years ago, I was talking to this teenager and we was talking about what he wanted to do as a career. And he told me that his daddy wanted him to go to construction, be a doctor, and all these different things, right? So then I looked at him, I said, what do you want to do? What are you passionate about? He said, Mr. Mosey, I want to be a male nurse. I've always wanted to go into nursing. I think it's a cool thing to do. I like helping people. I don't want to be a surgeon. I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a male nurse. I said, so why aren't you pursuing that? He said, because I feel like my dad is going to be disappointed in me. And I looked at him and said, you have to be real about your passion. If you're passionate about nursing, the best thing you can do for yourself is go down the road of your passion, because that passion will lead to your purpose. See, a lot of you guys are like this teenager. You're passionate about something, but you're worried about disappointing a family member, a teacher, or somebody else. And you have to realize that you have to be real about your passion. And what you discover is that passion will be linked to your purpose. 2, you have to identify your strengths. See, a lot of us, we don't take the time out to identify our strengths. We don't ask ourselves, what are we good at? Many of us don't realize that our strengths will be a great thing that'll help lead to our purpose. See, when you have a strength, something you do very well, that is something that you can start to build on. But if you don't know what your strengths are, there's no way you can do so. See, when I was in high school, right, my history teachers always asked me to get up and do presentations, because what she noticed about me is I was very good at telling stories. I was good at presenting in front of the class. And when I got up there, everybody would be real quiet. You see, what I realized over the years, that is my strength. And that strength of being able to tell stories, to do public speaking, that's what helped lead to my passion of public speaking and storytelling and helped lead to my purpose. And a lot of you guys, you haven't taken the time out to identify your strength. So ask yourself, what am I strong at? What am I good at? What can I do with ease? Because whatever that strength is, it will help you discover your passion. And that passion will lead to your purpose. 3, you have to consider your own values. What is it that you value? Not what your parents value, not what somebody else value. What is it that you value? You see, what I discovered about myself, I value hard work. I value consistency. I value self-discipline. These are my values, and I like to live with those values. And because of those values, I'm able to develop my speaking skills. Because of those values, I'm able to make these videos. And you have to ask yourself, what are your values? Because whatever values you have, that will help lead to your purpose. 4, explore your experiences. See, if you really want to discover your purpose, ask yourself this: what experience did I have in life when I felt passionate? I felt energetic. I felt powerful, because that can help you discover your purpose. I remember I was in high school and my principal asked me to introduce this motivational speaker. And I remember when I stood on that stage and those lights was on me, I felt powerful. I felt passionate. And when I saw that motivational speaker take that stage and inspire everybody, I knew at that moment, this is something I want to do one day. See, I had developed a passion for speaking then, even though I didn't have the skills. And I knew that was going to lead to my purpose, but it took many years. And a lot of you guys, you have some experiences in your past when you felt powerful, when you felt energetic, you was passionate. So explore those experiences, because whatever those experiences are, they can help lead to your purpose. 5, visualize your ideal life. See, the ideal life I visualize for myself is speaking all over the country and getting my word to be great message all over the world. See, you have to visualize the ideal life you want for yourself, not one somebody else have for you, not living somebody else's agenda. But what is the ideal life you want for you? Because when you start to visualize the ideal life, it will help lead to your purpose. 6, test your passion with small goals. So you have to realize this, that it's one thing to have a passion, but it's another thing to test it to make sure you're truly passionate about the thing you say you are. And that's what I had to do. See, I knew that since high school, I had a passion for public speaking, but I hadn't done much of it. So I had to test that passion. And I remember when I was in corporate America, I decided I wanted to test it. I joined a speech club and I said to myself, if I get up in front of that club and I give a speech and I feel that power and that passion that I felt in high school, I will be correct. And that's exactly what happened. I gave a speech in front of a speech club. I tested my passion and I realized I felt that confidence. I felt that passion. I felt that energy. And no matter what your dream is, no matter what your goal is, whatever the passion is inside of you, I want to encourage you to make a small goal that you're going to test your passion so you can make sure the thing that you said you're passionate about is true. 7, you have to commit to your purpose. When you have tested out your passion and you have discovered your purpose, you have to commit to it. See, a lot of us, we know what our purpose is on this earth, but we're not committed to it. And if you're not committed to your purpose, it's not going to be realized. You see, every time I shoot a video and I end it by saying you're worthy to be great, that is me living out my purpose. When I wrote my book, you're worthy to be great, that's me living out my purpose. And no matter what it is that you've been put on this earth to do, you have to be committed to it. Because if you're not committed to your purpose, that purpose will die. You will not have the impact you was put on this earth to have. So I want to encourage you to commit to your purpose when you discover it. Because you are worthy to be great. If you like this video, I want to ask you to like and share this video. Also, hit that bell so anytime I post a video, you are notified. I also want to ask you to join my Word to Be Great newsletter. This newsletter is designed to help you build your self-worth, self-confidence, and self-discipline so you can discover your purpose and live your dream. So click the link below and join my newsletter today.